Hey there, YouTube. I haven't made a video in over a year because, fucking I'm in old school right now, first year, hard as hell. And I tried making a video yesterday with my GoPro I just got, and I had a chest mount, but the whole video just came, like, just looking at my speedo the whole time. Since I painted my windscreen black, you can't see anything out in front. I think that was pretty boring. Although, listen to my smoothing voice is actually really fun. But, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my Ninja 650. Last time I did a review of it, shit, this helmet's on tight. Okay, last time I did a review of it, I had about 800 something miles, now over 25, I believe. And I thought I'd give a better review now. My thoughts on the history of my 650 and why I got it and why I chose it over a 250. So, when I first was choosing a bike after the MSF course, I don't know, I drove a 250 there, not a Ninja, but I think a Triumph, or I don't know what the fuck it was more of a cruiser style. You know, I was dead scared getting on a bike. I had zero experience. So, I drove a scooter back in Italy, and I probably took that at max 35, 40. And I was like, whoa, these things are so fun. I'm gonna get myself a bike when I get back to the States. And so I was graduating college and I decided to take an MSF course and get a bike. What? And I was dead scared right when I sat on a bike at the MSF course. Like, holy shit, what the fuck was I thinking? Why the hell am I getting a bike? And it started raining that day, the first day we were on the 250, so, you know, everything could possibly go wrong was going wrong. There was some oil in the parking lot where we were practicing. So, yeah, I was dead scared, but, I don't know, I got used to it real quick. It wasn't that scary. Yeah, okay. And I had a lot of fun on it. But then, like, after I graduated, I asked my instructor, yo, what should I get? You know, I'm getting a brand new bike. My parents are helping me pay for my bike as a graduation gift. It's like, you know, I would recommend everyone start off on 250, but if you're getting a new bike and you want to stick with it for a while, get a 650. You think, I'm pretty sure you can handle it. You did pretty well on the course. And, you know, the whole reason I got into bikes is because I wanted a super sport, like a 600, but I knew I wasn't ready for that shit at all. Luckily, before I bought my bike, I met my friend who was selling a 250. I didn't know he had a bike at the time. You know, he was like an old high school friend, and he told me, like, yeah, I had a 250. This kid been riding dirt bikes his whole life. So he's pretty good at bikes, but he got a 250. He said he just wanted to get used to riding it on the streets and the highway. And he bought it, like, in late March, rode it all through April, and then in the beginning of May, he started selling it again. And I was like, whoa, why are you selling it so quick? He's like, I want something with more power. He's like, this bike is fun and shit, but on the highway, with the wind factor and all, and since this is Long Island, there's no real twisties or canyon ridings here or fucking hills. The only place you can really ride on is the highway and Jones Beach. I actually have another video of Jones Beach I'll show you guys later. But, so he's like, yeah, I decided to get a little bigger bike. He's going straight for his dream bike. He was getting a 600. He was getting a ZX6R. And, why is this car following me? Okay. And so, oh, drift. Let's go, I don't like being next to cars. But, he sold it. He bought it for $2,000, sold it for $2,000. And, I started thinking, I was like, yeah, that's true. I'll be riding on the highway a lot. I don't think I want to upgrade too quick because I want to stick with a bike for a while because I'm complete new. I still consider myself new. Not like a fucking complete new out of the MSF course. I'm more like a beginner intermediate kind of. So, like, you know, I'm not sure how quickly I want to upgrade. Plus, my parents are buying me a bike. Helping me pay for a bike, actually. So, like, you know, I'll get a 650. How scary can it be? I went to the dealership. Holy fuck, I sat out at 650. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die on this. It's way too big, it's way too heavy. Oh god, I'm gonna die within a week of getting this. Nah. I got used to the bike real quick. That was easy, within a week. It was actually pretty funny. Story is I picked my bike at the dealership up. I got it for 7,200, the MSRP out the door with a helmet. So I'm one right now. Actually, I bought a new helmet because this one's a little too big now. It's a long story, don't ask me why it's so big. But what the fuck is this guy doing in front of me? He's sleeping? And I was planning on taking the side roads home, but apparently there's construction, and the only way out the dealership was taking the highway. I was like, fuck, man. So I drove around the lot like 3-4 times, and I never drove a bike faster than 30 miles per hour. Drove a scooter faster, but not a bike. So I was dead scared, but luckily I had my dad with me. My dad was a crazy person. He was like, hey, why don't you just take on the highway? I was like, Dad, I don't think I'm ready. He's like, let me drive. He used to drive back in India, and he has an accent and shit, and he's a crazy person, basically. If you ever drove people drive in other countries, they're pretty much crazy. But like, I don't need helmet, I drive like I drove in India. Easy peasy. I was like, this guy, you're gonna kill yourself, bro. So I took it on the highway. Luckily, my father drove in front of me, and my cousin was with me. He drove behind me, so I didn't have to worry about a car pulling up too close behind me or car cutting off from me in front. So I took it on the highway. The first thing that scared the shit out of me was the wind factor. It was a windy ass day, and I had upright seating position on the 650. You might know. These are sport bars I have on the bike right now. Upright seating position puts you up like around here. So the wind that was hitting my chest was a complete surprise to me. I thought I was gonna get ripped off the bike. Pretty much scared the shit out of me. But I got home safe, and within 2 weeks I was back on the highway, and I was loving every minute of it. And best time of my life. And I was like, wow, thank God I chose 650. So like on a 250 I would be dead scared because I heard the wind really makes you your bitch on a 250. If it's a windy ass day, so I'm glad I got this. So what do I like about the bike so far? It's power. I love the freaking pull on this bike. I drove my friend's 250 for a while. I drove it on the highway too before he sold it. And I gotta say, much better power-wise. This, according to Kawasaki, out the... Oh, what the fuck is this guy doing? Out the crank, it gives you about 70, but a lot of people take it on dyno, gets about 61. And with a power commander, it'll value up to 65 to the wheel. I think 250 gives you around 25-30. I'm not really sure, don't quote me on this. But you see how beautiful he pulls on the highway? I could just pass anyone. I'm doing like 80 all the time. Not really, but well, I'll probably delete that part. 55 is the speed limit, but you could tell everyone does about 70 on the fucking highway. And this is my exit, and I was really glad I got this bike. The torque on it's beautiful. It's fatter tires, so it makes it more stable to ride on the highway, and the wind won't fuck you around. That's what I like about this bike. I'm gonna try to take this twisty like a pro. Wee. And I gotta stop. And go. Go power. It's perfect on the highway. It's a 250 could manage on the highway, I'm sure, but no one really talks about the wind factor. And let me tell you, even on a 650, I get pushed around sometimes. I'm a light dude. I'm probably 150, 5'8", and you know, I'm able to manage the bike. The wind doesn't push me around as much. Yeah, this is another question you hear about 650. Oh, is it too big for me? I'm like 6'5". You know, I've seen people literally 6'5" sit on this bike, no problem, ride it around. You see people 6'3" on a 250, and they're all good. This has that upright seating position, so it'll be a lot better for a beginner, like a 250 or 650. But you know, if you're like, oh, which bike should I get? Should I start 250? I'm a complete noob, and I started off on this, and I'm still alive. So what did I say I like it so far? It's good for the highway, better for wind, especially if it's put sport bars on. It puts you down so the wind kind of hits your shoulders only. Power, torque, the looks. I love the looks of the bike. It's a Cowie, so you won't have to worry about too much about maintenance on this. It's just an all-round good bike. It gives you that sport feel and gives you that torque. Oh, the rev range compared to the Super Sport. power just doesn't kick in at a certain RPM. There's a lot of torque even on the low end. So even if you're doing twisties and turning, you won't have to worry about where you're on the rev range, because on like 600 Super Sports, I have a lot of exhaust. On Super Sport, if you rev too high and you're coming out of a turn and you just gun it, you might kick out because the power just kicks in at a certain high RPM. And so this you won't have to worry. The old revs is like pretty much the same. Power delivery is beautiful on this. What else do I like about this bike? Everything you want to love. It's like it's really forgiving for a big heavy bike. Look at this fuck face. Lane splitting. Lane splitting is, I don't think it's legal in New York, but so it's mounting a camera on your bike, on your helmet. It's not really strictly legal in New York State, but whatever. Yeah, compared to a 250, if you're really scared of bikes, I was really scared, but you get used to a bike real quick. You just, you know, just gotta respect the bike. The best advice I ever got was just respect your bike. Don't try to like go super fast, do stupid shit on it. Just know your limit and don't try to push the bike if you don't know its limit. The good thing about 250 is you can push that bike to its limit and just learn, like, get a good feel about the bike real quick. So you'll have a good feeling of what's the bike's limit and what you could do with it and what you can't. And since it doesn't have a push as much of a pull, you know, as bigger bikes like a 650 or a 600, if you're on a 250, you can develop better habits naturally, because like before you, like say, overtake, you're gonna check your shoulder 3-4 times, and you're gonna plan out further ahead, and, you know, make sure no other cars come in, or, you know, the gay shit happens, like especially if you're trying to pass a truck, you can really plan out far ahead. On a 650, you don't do as much planning because you know you have the torque and get around it quickly. 600, you just can see it opening, like, fuck this shit, gun this motherfucker, and you're gonna gun it, and then if someone all of a sudden pops out from behind, you're dead. And I don't know, 250, you just gotta learn. So yeah, I'm in love with this bike. I wanted to get a 600 because that's the whole reason I got on the bike. I was like, I'm gonna learn, get a 600, but I'm really in love with my 650 right now. It gives me everything I need. Like here in Long Island, I'm mostly doing highway speeds, and 650 is built to do that type of shit, you know, commuting and shit, the commute to work and all that bullshit, and 650 is everything I need. So fuck, $4.13 a gallon? Damn, homie, that shit's crazy. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I almost fell there. Looks like I need gas. Other good things about this bike, gas mileage. It's really nimble. I love that. The fact that it's really nimble. I should probably lock it here. This is the hood. Oh, there's another question I get. Oh, these sport bars lock. This is full lock, motherfuckers. And you can see it's not touching, but if I go any further, it'll touch. But quick question, I know people are gonna ask that. They asked me a shitload of times in my last video, which I did over a year ago. It's pretty much my bike right here. That's me. The mirror. What up? And yeah. I changed the rim straps. The last rim straps I had on it were they started to fade. They were like solar orange reflective. They got really white. Anyway. Yeah, I'll do the rest of the video when I'm on my way back. I'm gonna mount my chest piece again. I'm gonna fix it so it's much higher up. The last video I did was all the way too low. I don't want to get pulled over by the cops because the cop already told me you can't have this on your helmet. So I respect the police. It's my bike pretty much. And I painted the front orange. I have my other helmet that have a similar stripe pattern going on. And yeah. Okay. So yeah, I usually get about 46 miles to gallon to this, so it's another pro for this bike. It's nimble, it's great on mileage. I think Kawasaki says you can get around 49, so I know some people will push it to 50 if you do grandpa driving. A 250 could push around 60 miles per gallon, which is insane. So, you know, if you're just gonna be commuting around town and you really want gas mileage, as you can see, fucking gas was expensive. I'm gonna make this turn. If I got downshift, I would have taken that turn more deep. Oh God, God. Don't be tempted to speed. Don't be tempted to speed. Don't be tempted to speed. I'll just show you how fast this thing accelerates. No cops behind me. So the car pulled out, I got a little scared. Oh, another bike. So yeah. Great gas mileage. The bike's really nimble. Easy to control and shit. A con about this bike. I've driven my friend's, you know, ZX6R that he has, and also drove a R6 one time. And the thing I noticed the most besides the speed is the brakes. Holy crap. This 650R's brakes are crap compared to any Super Sport. That's something to be expected, but the level of crappiness is what I found is surprising. I really don't like the brakes. I went on the forums and a lot of people put like aftermarket brakes or some other type brakes that they say are a lot better. And so yeah, I don't really like the brakes on this. This is a con I had to point out. I don't really like the upright seating position that much because I wanted a 600, so I was more into that sport lean. Also, I needed it for the wind because I'm always highway riding. So the sport bars fixed that, so not a big con. Another con about this bike, suspension, it's nice and stiff, but there's not a lot of adjustability in that. So if you're like, I don't know, ever want to take it to a track, I highly doubt you ever will. But I know some people, I read on the forum, some people in Thailand actually take this on the track, but the adjustability is not good. The front has none, and I think the rear is really limited. But again, it's not a big con for me because I'm not doing crazy sports riding, and I think the default settings from the factory are made for a person at 150 pounds, which is right around my weight, so ain't no biggie for them, me. And I tried to think more cons. There's not that many more cons for this bike. Oh yeah, the vibration though. That's a con. I can't really make out shit in my mirrors. They only serve as an early warning. If I see some block shit in my mirror, I can't really make out if it's a car, type of car, or anything. They vibrate a lot. Up to 40 miles per hour, they're all right. They're definitely all right. But after that, it's just fucking not really that useful. Oh yeah, stock exhaust, you couldn't hear shit. Like, it was really quiet. Another con about this bike is the exhaust, as I was just saying. Stock exhaust is really quiet. I'll be on the highway, I wouldn't even hear my engine at all. Right now I have a bigger exhaust on, so at least I can hear it. If I'm right next to a car, they can hear me and not merge into my lanes. Like, fucking happened to me twice. It's part of the reason why I got a GoPro, so if that shit ever happens and results in an accident, I'll have that fucker on tape. Anyway, what else? It backfires a lot. I think that's the reason why they put the stock exhaust and made it so quiet. The twin in it backfires a lot. You'll hear a lot more on I have an hour exhaust on here. So, if I don't rev match or whatever, I hear it backfire. It sounds like a gunshot sometimes. And it does it quite a few times. It doesn't really bother me that much though. You get used to it. What else? That's about all the cons I could think about right now. Other than that, it's great. It's great for highway riding. The rev range is amazing on here. Torque's amazing. And yeah. But yeah, I'm in 6th gear. 70 miles per hour, about 5,000 RPMs, 5100. But everyone's slowing the fuck down. It's a beautiful day out too. I am beautiful. Come on, I want to pass these fuckers. It's really nimble. That's about all the cons, man. If you're really stuck between a 250 and a 650, I would recommend the 250 if you have zero experience and you plan on upgrading fairly quickly. In that case, yeah, go buy a 250, ride it around for a season, sell it, buy used, of course, and then upgrade. If you're gonna be doing a lot of highway riding and you don't want to be like kicking your bike in the ass, and you're gonna be using it for commuting and shit, and yeah, you're still a newbie. Don't let the thing, oh, 650 might be too big for a guy with no experience. I had no experience, and look at me. I'm rolling, riding this shit, man. And I'm loving it. You will love a 650. I guarantee you will keep that for more than one season. Just kicks up real quick. I think I've seen a lot of people online on the highway. They probably get their 250 up to about max 95. This thing is a max about 125, 130. I take it up to 120 before, but I'm a little bitch, so I don't go past that. It was on a bumpy road too, but yeah, 650 will make you a great beginner ride. It will make the transition to a bigger bike easier, in my opinion. And plus, I don't know, you can learn how to pop wheelies on it. I did a 0-60 run, a little embarrassing. Try to show you guys in my other video where I messed up my chest piece, but I was like, hey, I'll do a 0-60 run, and I was talking about how much of a noob I am and how bad I'll find to start. And right when I started, I popped a mini wheelie and I got scared as shit. Again, you'll learn a lot on a 250, 650. You'll learn a lot on it too. You might develop better habits on a 250 though. I'll give 250 that, but 650 has a torque. If you're like, you know, doing type of ride I am, you really won't be needing the extra power. Ooh, but everyone's stopping. And I don't know. 650 if you have the money. Ooh, what happened here? This guy crashed? Ooh, a ZXR 636, I can't tell. But if you have the money, I'd say go get a 650. You don't have to worry about it. You'll be afraid of your bike, but you know, it's not scary. Once you get used to it and you start understanding, like, you know, motorcycles dynamics, the physics on a motorcycle, how you just won't fall over. If something that's, you know, in motion will tend to stay in motion, it's not that scary. I just went for a 650 because, you know, I was like, you know, if I'm getting something new, I'm probably gonna stick with it for a while. And it's the best choice, one of the best choices I ever made. So yeah, if you're on the fence, and if you had the extra money, I say get a 650. Hands down, get a 650. So, I don't know, what else you guys want? If you guys have any other questions you want me to answer or talk about, let me know. I might try to do a video once a week. Again, I'm in law school, so, and finals are coming up, so I won't be doing too many videos. I'll try to do a lot of, like, fun videos. I'm gonna practice a lot of shit. I had this bike for a year now, so I'm gonna try doing some wheelies in parking lots and shit. Practice burnout, so you're gonna see a new progressing through my videos. So if you're in the same boat as I am, or you're just like not a noob, you want to give me some pointers, let me know. And I'm coming up to my exit. Downshift, throttle. Whee! This bike's so nimble. Something I love about this bike. Oh, 15 mile per hour exit ramp. That means I have to do it at 30. How low can you go? How low can you? Oh wow, that's actually pretty low for me. I'm still a noob. So if you could hear that, that was backfiring line because I was. Ooh, look, no hands. So yeah, if you really wanna, I don't know. That's probably my history, my review, and why I chose it over the 250. And so far, I'm loving it. It's not many cons. Weight shouldn't be an issue, so I'm probably gonna cut the video here because I don't want to show you guys that I live. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stupid shit in my videos, and I don't want the police to come right at my door like, hey, you saw me on YouTube, motherfucker. Guess who's going to get fucked in the ass prison now? Give me your money. Oh man. You didn't get scared at all, man? Huh? You didn't get scared at all?
Oh no, I'm like, what the fuck is that? At first I'm like